Now we're starting, since we have started the exercise 12.5, it's going to take a lot of time. The questions are slightly difficult also, not very, slightly difficult. You need a little bit more attention here. Okay, whatever issue that you have regarding this exercise, you try to practice it at least 2 more times. Okay, otherwise you might not be able to understand and you might not be able to remember how to do the calculation. Now we are coming to question number 5. Remember, I told you all to do question number 1 as from assignment, right? Question number 1, I want you all to do as from assignment. And I told you, if any of you has any issue, then you just send me a message. I'm not seeing any message so far. Maybe either you all did the question or you all skip it. Okay, now let's see question number 5. So this concerns a sphere. The internal and external radius of a hollow metallic sphere are 3 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. Okay, we have a sphere which is hollow sphere. There's some issue with the screen. We have a hollow sphere. What's happening? Because of the weather, the screen seems a little wet. Okay. So see, you have got a hollow sphere. So this portion right here is the metal. Okay. And this portion right here, this white part right here, this part right here, this is the hollow part. Where is the metal? The metal is here, right here. And what the question is saying is internal and external radius. So internal radius is from here to here. External radius is from here to here. So the internal and external radius, they are 3 centimeter and 5 centimeter respectively. Okay, let's draw it from here to here. Is better draw it with another color. So this is 5 centimeter. Smaller one is 3 centimeter. So here you have got the 3 centimeter right here and the 5 centimeter right here. Where is the metal? You need to understand that also. The metal part is here. This part is the metal. The remaining part is hollow, right? Okay, the white part is hollow. Okay, now what the question is saying is, if the sphere is melted and recast into a solid cylinder. We melt this and it is recasted into a solid cylinder, not a hollow one, but a solid one. Okay? So we recast it into a solid cylinder like this. And the whole portion inside, that is metal. There is no hollow portion in case of the cylinder. Only the sphere is hollow. And one dimension of the cylinder is given. The solid cylinder, it has a height of how much? 2 whole 2 by 3 centimeter. So this cylinder is, there is a height, certain height. The height of this portion is 2 whole 2 by 3 centimeter. So one thing is missing, right? The radius is missing. We need to know both the radius and the height in order to know the volume or the surface area of the cylinder, isn't it? So the radius is missing. We don't know the radius. What does the question want? The question wants, find the curved surface area of the cylinder. You know curved surface area, right? Curved surface area, what's the formula? 2 pi r h. 2 pi, you know, 2 into 22 by 7. What about r? Radius, we don't know. Height is 2 whole 2 by 3. The part where we don't know, 2 pi rh, this part right here, we have to calculate this. Without do, then we will not be able to get the answer. So how to do it? The question is, we want the curved surface area for the cylinder. In order to do that, we need the radius also, radius of the cylinder right here. And how to find out the radius of the cylinder? Very simple. Since this hollow sphere is melted to form this cylinder, what will be equal? Volume of what? Volume of sphere is equal to volume of cylinder. You know the volume of cylinder, right? It will be pi r square h. And there is a small issue in case of volume of sphere. The sphere is not a regular one, it is a hollow one, right? So for a sphere, the usual volume formula is 4 by 3 pi r. But we have got two kinds of sphere here, this solid sphere, this big sphere and small sphere. Where is the metal? Metal is the in-between part. So when you find out the volume of the hollow sphere, what you have to do is you subtract the volume of the two. You subtract the volume of this big one and you subtract the volume of this small one. If you subtract them, what will be remaining? Volume of the small sphere from the big sphere, if you subtract them, what will be remaining? This portion will be remaining, right? The portion in between will be remaining. So that way you need to find out the volume of the hollow sphere first. So solution, let's write down for the hollow sphere. For the hollow sphere, what is the internal radius? Internal radius, I am writing it as R1. R1 is 3 centimeter. And external radius is how much? It is 5 centimeter. And how do you find out the volume? Volume of the large sphere. The volume of the large sphere will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. And the r that we are using here, which one will it be? It will be the large one. It will be the R2. So you write R2 here minus. You have to subtract the small portion here. This is nothing but air. You have to subtract the air portion. Air portion, it will be 4 by 3 pi R1 cube. Because the volume, the radius of the inner sphere is how much? 3 centimeter, right? Now, first of all, you take out common factor and then we will put in the value later on. 4 by 3 and pi, we can take out common factor. What is remaining? R2 cube is remaining. R1 cube is remaining. Time to put in the value 4 by 3 into 22 by 7. R2 cube is how much? R2 is 3, R2 is 5, so 5 cube, right? 5 cube is 125. And R1 cube is how much? 3 cube, which will be 27. And we will have 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 90. 125 minus 27, it is 98, right? Let's cancel out by 7. 7 1s are 7, 7 4s are 20. And what is the value that is remaining? We will have 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 40. I'm not multiplying this, okay? If we multiply this, then we will waste time here. We have to equate the volume of the sphere with the volume of the cylinder. In doing that way, there will be lots of number that is cancelable. So we will waste time in two ways. So better if we keep the volume of the hollow sphere right here. Since we are finding out the volume, it will be in terms of centimeter cube since everything is given in centimeter cube, right? Okay, now the volume of the sphere, hollow sphere, we have found it out, right? Volume of the hollow sphere is this much right here. It occupies this much space. Which part we are talking about? This part right here. This portion is melted and we make a cylinder. What will happen then? The volume of the cylinder will be equal to volume of the hollow sphere, right? So to write here for the cylinder, what are given? What are given for the cylinder? The solid cylinder, the height is given as 2 whole 2 by 3 centimeter. Height is given like this. So height is given as 2 whole 2 by 3 centimeter. Now this mixed fraction, we will express it 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. So we will have 8 by 3 centimeter. How much is the radius? We don't know. We have to find out the radius. We just keep it as R. Now what is according to the question? According to the question, we will have volume of the hollow sphere. This will be equal to volume of the cylinder. Okay, we will put in the formula here. For this one, we will put in the exact value, volume of the hollow sphere. We have already found out here. This portion is the volume of the hollow sphere. Volume of the cylinder, we will use pi r square h. Let's do it in the coming steps. You all copy up to here only for now. Okay, copy up to here. Let me give you all 3 minutes.
Done.
Anyone else? I mean, who is not done? Okay, who is not done? Anyone else? Everyone is done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then rubbing off. I'm keeping the last value. All right, and let's pull it up here. This portion right here. Let's pull it up. And we know that the volume of the hollow sphere, this is equal to volume of the cylinder. Now we have found out the volume of the hollow sphere. It is this value right here. So we will put volume of the hollow sphere is 4 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 14 is equal to. What about volume of the cylinder? Volume of the cylinder is pi r square h, right? So we will put in the value on the right hand side also. Is it correct? Is this one correct? Check once. I don't think so. So many mistakes nowadays. Let me check out once. 7 ones are 7. The 7 is cancelled already. So this 7 is cancelled already. So it is not supposed to be here. Okay. Okay, now if we pull this up, look, the volume of the hollow sphere, we will have 4 by 3 into 22 into 14. I'm talking about this part right here. The value that we have found out, we put it here. Volume of the cylinder, you know the volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. Let's put in the value on the left hand side, right hand side also. So this will be 22 by 7. We don't know the radius of the cylinder, right? Cylinder, we only know the height. The height is 8 by 3 centimeter, but we don't know the radius. So you just have to keep it as r square. Our goal is to find out the r into h. H is how much? It's 8 by 3. So whatever is equal on both sides, we can cancel out. Like 22 and 22, we can cancel out. 3 and 3, we can cancel out. What else? 2 2s are 4. 2 4s are 8. Again, we can cancel out 2 2s are 4. We can cancel out again 2 2s are 4. 2 7s are 4. What else is left on the left hand side? Left hand side, only 7 is left. Right hand side, we have r square in the numerator, 7 in the denominator. So r square is equal to 7 into 7, which is 7 square. You can cancel out the square and square. So we will have the radius is how much? 7 centimeters. Now, we did not know the radius of the cylinder. We just know the height is 8 by 3, right? Now, by this formula, by this equality, we are able to find out the radius of the cylinder also. This radius, this part right here, this radius is how much? 7 centimeters. Now we have everything that we need in case of the cylinder. We know the height and we need the radius. We only need these two dimensions. So what does the question want then? The question want, find the curved surface area of the cylinder. So you have to find out the curved surface area of the cylinder. Curved surface area of cylinder. What is the formula? Pi r square, sorry, twice pi r h. Now let's put in the value. 2 into 22 by 7. R is 7. H is 8 by 3. Okay then. I'm rubbing off this part also since you have already copied this. 2 here, pi here. The radius is 7 as we have just found out. And the height is given by the question. It's 2 whole 2 by 3. When we express it, we get 8 by 3, right? Now time for cancellation. 7 and 7 got cancelled. And what is left then? 2 into 22 into 8 divided by 3. So that will be 8 to the 16, 32. We will have 352 divided by 2. And we have 2 ones are 2, 2 sevens are 14, 2 6 are 12. What is happening? No, mistakes after mistakes here. I'm supposed to put 3 here. So we have got 3 ones are 3, 3 ones are 3 again, and then 3 sevens are 21.33 centimeters square. Okay, that's it. Our goal was we wanted to find out the value of R first. After we find out the value of R, then curved surface area, we find it out using 2 pi R. Easy. Okay, copy. And when you draw the figure, remember to shade in this portion also. You use a pencil and the shade in this portion also. That will indicate where the metal is. It says a hollow metallic sphere, right? So it's made of metal, and where is the metal? This part is air, nothing here, but the metal is here. So you set that portion when you copy it also.
Sir, done.
All right. Everyone,
Yes, sir.
any question up to here? Anything that you don't understand, I can repeat it. If not, I'm moving on, okay, to the next question. Next question is simple, very easy. So here it says 20 circular plates, each of radius 7 centimeter and thickness 1.5 centimeter. We have got a circular plate right here. It has a certain thickness, okay, certain thickness. How much is the thickness? The thickness is 1.5 centimeter. And how much is the radius of the circular plate? The radius of the circular plate is 7 centimeter. And how many plates are there? There are 20 circular plates. Are placed one above another. So there are 20 circular plates. We have another plate right down below. 20 of them are stacked one on top of another. Okay, I'm not going to draw all the 20. What's the shape that we are getting then? If you if you put one plate on top of another, you get a cylinder, right? And when we have a cylinder, what we need is we need a radius and we need a height. The radius is already given. The plates are of the same size. So the radius will be 7 centimeter. How many plates are there? 20. The thickness of 1 is 1.5. What will be the thickness of 20 then? You have to multiply 20 into 1.5, right? 1.5 plus 1.5. This is for 2 plates. It's 3. And 1.5 plus 1.5. Another 3. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 plates right here. And when we continue this until 20, what you have to do is 1.5 into 20. Right. Okay, what does the question want? The question wants to find the curved surface area, volume of the cylinder so far. Okay, now first of all, we need to know solution. The radius of the plates, how much is it? It's 7 centimeter. Thickness of one plate, how much? Equal to 1.5 centimeter. We want the thickness of all the 20 plates. All right. That means 1.5 will be multiplied by 20 centimeter. Unitary method, right? So 1.5 into 20, we will have 30 centimeter. This 30 centimeter, this will be the height of the whole cylinder. Okay, this will be the height of the cylinder. So you put it inside bracket, height of cylinder. Height of cylinder form. Okay, now the question wants the curved surface area and the volume. Curved surface area, what is it? Twice pi RH. You put in the 2 into 22 by 7 into 7 into 2. So you can cancel out the 7 and 7. Whatever is remaining, that will be your curved surface area. 2 into 22 into 30. 60 into 22. So 60 into 22, that will be 120, 120, 1320. Okay. And since we are finding out the curved surface area, we will have centimeters. And another, we want the volume also. Easy, right? Radius and height are known, so volume will be how much? Volume will be pi r square h. Just put in the value. Okay, so 7 and 7 are cancelled. And we are left with 22 into 7 into 30. Okay, you multiply this. This is simple. 7 3s are 21, 21 2s are 42. So we will have 0, 2, 6, 4. Final value is 4620. And what you have to understand is when you stack one plate on top of other, they form a cylinder. The question also says there. Since one plate has a thickness of 1.5 centimeter, what about the 20? One plate has a thickness of 1 centimeter, 1.5. For 20 plates, what you have to do is 1.5 will be multiplied with 20. And we are getting how much? 30 centimeter. This 30 centimeter will be the height of the cylinder. Radius of the plate will be the radius of the cylinder. And we use the standard formula. Okay, copy. Take 2 minutes. Any question you can ask. I don't think you have any questions for this one because it's the easiest of the bunch.
Sir, done.
How many of you are there? Check once. 5 or 6?
5.
5. Okay, then moving on. Just say if any of you hasn't finished. Okay. Okay, 10. So it says a solid cone of
7.
what?
7.
7. Okay, then anyway. Question number 10. 8 and 9 you can try. 8 and 9 are not very difficult at all. I'm taking up question number 10. A solid cone of diameter 14 centimeter. This time, since we are converting one shape to another, everything is taken as solid. Okay, most of them, in most of the question, you will say solid shapes. So we have got a solid cylinder, solid cone, and the diameter is how much? The diameter is 14 centimeter. What about the height? The height is given as 8 centimeter. Now this is melted and we cast into a hollow sphere. We made the hollow sphere like the one we did in the previous question. We made a hollow sphere like this. So where is the metal supposed to be? The metal is supposed to be in this portion right here. This part right here, it's going to be hollow. There is nothing here, there is just air. Let's draw properly. Okay. Looks like an oval. All right. Now this is melted and we form a hollow sphere. Now one part of the hollow sphere is given, look. If the external diameter is from here to here. This is the external diameter, this is the internal diameter. This is the internal diameter, this is the external diameter. So internal diameter it's not given. The external diameter is given to be what? That given as 10 centimeter. So this part right here, it is given as how much? 10 centimeter. But the internal diameter is not known. We don't know how much is this. What does the question want? The question wants to find the internal diameter of the sphere. Our goal is to find from here to here. Let's draw it in blue color. Okay. So this blue part we want to find out. From here to here is known to be 10. From here to here, we don't know. We have to find out. Okay, then let's say this is the center. This point right here is the center. This point right here is the center. Now this part is the radius of the inner This is the inner radius and this will be the outer radius. All right. What will be equal between the two? The volume of the cone will be equal to volume of the hollow sphere. How do we find out the volume of the hollow sphere? We find out the volume of this whole cylinder, whole sphere. From it, we cut off this part because this part is made of air. All right. Okay, then we will calculate like this. Start the solution. First of all, what is given? A cylinder, a cone is given. For the cone, we need the height and the radius. Height is how much? 8 centimeters. Radius is not given, but the diameter is given as 14. We want the radius, so radius will be diameter divided by 2. Diameter is 14 divided by 2, so we have got 7 centimeters. Okay, then let's find out the volume. Volume of the cone, what will it be? 1 by 3 pi r square L. Now let's put in the value 22 by 7 into r is 7 into 7 into height is how much? 8. Let's cancel them. 7 and 7 is cancelled. Whatever is left, just keep it. You don't multiply it, okay? 22 into 7 into 8. And this is supposed to be in centimeter cube because we are finding out the volume. And now let's come to the hollow cylinder, okay? Sorry, hollow sphere. For the hollow sphere, we will take R1 as the inner radius. Okay, this part right here, from here to here, we are taking it as R1. From here to here, we are taking it as R2. R2 is equal to outer radius. Look, inner radius, we don't know. There is no possible way to find it out from the question unless we solve it, right? So outer radius, we can find it out by the given value. The outer diameter is 10 centimeters. So outer radius, you have to divide the radius by the diameter by 2. So 10 by 2, how much it will be? 5 centimeters. Now, what is the volume of the hollow sphere? How to do it? Volume of the outer sphere 4 by 3 pi r2 cube. And we subtract the volume of the inner hollow sphere, hollow portion. So pi r1 cube. Why are we taking R2 first? Because when we put in this value, we find out the volume of this whole thing. And when you subtract this, we are subtracting this portion so that this portion right here is left. All right. So take out the common factor, whatever we can take it out. We will have 4 by 3 pi and we will have R2 cube left and R1 cube. Now let's put the value in the next step. For now, just copy up to here. We will come to the next step later on.
Sir, done.
Okay. Anyone? What about the others?
Sir, done.
Okay, now I'm rubbing off these parts. The volume of the cone part, I'm just keeping the value, okay? I'm just keeping the value on the side for reference. Now, if I bring it up, this portion right here, now you can put in the value, right? It's 4 by 3 pi into 22 by 7 whole bracket. How much is R2? R2, we have found it out to be 5 cube, isn't it? R1 cube, we don't know. It's our goal to find out what is R1. Now, according to the question, since this is melted to form this, the volume of the cone and the volume of the sphere, the volume of the hollow sphere, the two should be equal, right? So we will have volume of hollow sphere This will be equal to volume of cone. Now time to put in the values. Volume of hollow sphere, it is here, this part right here. You have to put it here. Okay, now let's put it 4 by 3 into 22 by 7. 5 cube minus R1 cube is equal to, what about the volume of the cone? Volume of the cone is this portion right here. So let's put it. All right. This is the volume of the cone. This is the volume of the hollow sphere. Whatever is equal, time to cancel them out. Now 22 and 22 can be cancelled out. 3 and 3 can be cancelled out. You may think that 7 and 7 can be cancelled out also. No. If things are on the left hand side and right hand side, the equal ones, numerator, numerator, denominator, denominator can be cancelled out. One is denominator, one is numerator, so don't get any ideas. Okay. 4 and 8. Numerator, numerator, you can cancel them out. 4 twos are 8. What is left then? What is left? Check out. 125 minus R1 cube. 125 is obtained from here. 5 cube is 125. 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125. And this 7, it will go to the other side. The other side, what is left? 7, 2, and another 7 if it goes to the other side. So we will have 7 into 7 into 2. Let's put it up. Okay. Now we have got 125 minus R1 cube. No need to put in the bracket. We can open it. 7 sevens are 49. 49 twos are is 98. 5 1 R1 cube. R1 cube goes to the other side. 98 will come to this side. So we are going to have 125 minus 98, which is 27. 27 will be 3 cube. You can cancel out the cube from both sides. Cube here, cube here. How much is R1 then? R1 is how much? R1 is equal to 3 centimeter. Look, the radius from here to here is 5. From here to here is how much? It's 3. It's the inner radius, right? R1 is the inner radius. Inner radius is 3. The question wants the internal diameter. Internal radius is 3. 3 here, 3 here. So 3 plus 3, the total is how much? 6. This is the radius. That means if I want the diameter, therefore inner diameter, you have to multiply the R1 by 2. You know that when we find out radius, what is the formula for radius when diameter is given? It's diameter by 2. If I want the diameter, 2 will go to the other side. So diameter is equal to 2 into radius. So when we want to find out the diameter, you have to multiply the radius by how much? 2. Put in the value of R1, we will have 2 into R1 is 3, so 6 centimeters. Now we have found out the internal radius. All right, internal diameter. Okay, copy up to here. The question is a little long, but you can expect at least 4 mark or a 3 mark from here, from this type of question. It will be highly unpredictable this year. Before last year, we can predict the question. This has already been asked. This one will come in the next exam. We can say that. But this year, your syllabus has been downsized, and the portion where 5 marks are asked very frequently, it's not there also. So better focus on how to solve the question correctly. Other than 5 mark will come from here, 3 mark will come from here. Okay, one of you tell me when it's done. Okay, when you finish copying.
Sir, done.
Okay, then let's continue tomorrow. We have done up to question number 10 only. There are 22 questions in the exercise, so maybe hopefully we will be able to finish it by Monday or Tuesday.